Well, good evening. It is I guess it's fairly late Saturday night. It's about my bedtime, but it's a Saturday, so there is no bedtime. This is the Beverly Hillbilly coming to you from CogWorks. Yes, CogWorks Community Gaming. Um, so, I have spent all day because this is my very first day doing any kind of recording or anything streaming related. This has been a learning curve for anyone who tells you that this stuff is easy. Please punch them in the face for me. Like, not too hard. Like, don't break your nose. Maybe do a Rick James bitch slap. This is not easy. But what we'll be doing is playing Assetto Corsa. Um, by the time you hit your late 20s, um, technology becomes much more difficult to understand, to work. Multitasking on any kind of device like this becomes infinitely harder. What am I doing? I'm just going to burp into the microphone. So I want this car. I've been looking at this livery all day. So let's put it in bright blue. No. Let's go. This is what happens when you're tired. You just like go off in the distance. You're just like, doing this. I don't know why. Well, Nürburgring, the tourist section. I don't need much stability control because I'm a boss. Here we are. And I hope and pray to the flying spaghetti monster that this thing is finally working. So what I'm going to do is take a quick look at the car. It's a pretty car. In its DTM spec, the 190E is powered by a 1.9 liter 4-cylinder engine. That's a pretty small engine, but it produces 370 horsepower. So you get the most out of this thing. Let's blow through the timestamp thingy. Fuck that. I've been at this all day. I don't need to be bothered by things like timestamps and cards. I'm an American, I don't have time for this. Let's go! I'm tired, tipsy, irritated. I think the driving will show this. I passed that first bridge. Our timed lap has started. So, we're flying into, I guess kind of like a little front stretch area. Over there's the Grand Prix circuit. There's the inside wall. Old tires, being very aggressive. Car's handling really well though. Through the S's, the tires should begin to retain heat. Handling is a little bit better. So with racing games like this, you have to concentrate to, be competitive in the game. But we're not being competitive, so I'm going to try to commentate as much as possible. Like I said, it has been a very long day. I have been out of the technological loop for a couple of years now, so it has been quite the challenge to get to this point. but I think it's worth it. Aiden X came to me this morning and said he had this project that he was putting together and asked if I'd be a part of it, and I said yes. I actually thought this was easy. This is not that easy. You have to know how to use a computer, set it up right, and being yourself. That is one of the most difficult things to do in life, is be yourself. So I will see what I can do about that. Dum 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 dum. So far doing really well here. So hopefully by the end of the night I can send something to Mr. Aiden X and be like, I can pull this off. What just ends up on the internet? People will hear how weird I am. That's okay. One thing I like about this game is the sense of speed. You know, it's not like whooshing all around you, but you definitely get that sense of you better know what you're doing, and you better, you know, hit apexes at corners, brake at the right time, and be easy on the gas. Like, you always feel like you're on the edge once you really get going in the game. I like that. And that's why you have to concentrate so hard. The engine sounds a bit odd, but I kind of like it. It's very fitting. Some Mercedes engines do have this industrial kind of like electronic synth kind of sound. This is the sound they produce. It's something different, original. And we're going to go up the long hill. This is despite all these kinks, this is considered one straightaway. And despite that awful sun glare, I'm still flooring it. Only sunglasses would help right around now. Oop, oop, oop. Try not to hit the curbs, because while they look really nice, in your head you're like, I should hit them and really attack the corner. You hit them and you kind of bounce off, and it's like rubber. Maybe they're made out of rubber. Oop, oop, getting a little sideways, getting a little aggressive. I like all the writing on the track. It adds character. Especially at times like stop and read them. Maybe one day I'll do a walkthrough of that. Like actually walking the Nürburgring and reading all the cool stuff. And if I got to walk it in real life, I'd like draw a penis in the track, and like giggle to myself as the little 12-year-old inside of me draws a penis on the track. And then I got laser scanned into a video game. The game is really pretty. I do like the prettiness of the game, even though its sun glare is really annoying. Do you ever notice, like, when you've had like a long bout, like a long fight against something, and like you're just frustrated, you're just like so pissed at it, and even though you finally succeed, you're still in like rage-tastic, Incredible Hulk mode. I feel like that. I gotta try and go to sleep. That's okay. Like, have like rage dreams, where it's like you're just destroying the world, and even though you're getting exactly what you want, you're still destroying the world. But like, I don't care. Killing everything. Where's season 5 of My Little Pony? Mow some grass. Mow some grass, get sideways. Multitasking. It shouldn't dock me for that because I'm only in racing by myself. When you race against other people, even in the tourist setting, if you do that, your lap doesn't count, which is really annoying. You know, racing a long track like this and have something like that in one corner, I'm sure controllers have been thrown. Well, here's the final bridge. We have not died, and we will eventually stop the clock. And there. Now, I don't have all the little like inlay things set up on the HUD. I only have the little digital tack and speed display. I like the very clean setting, and also I'm sure it keeps the system from bogging down. And also like being surprised. It's like you're finished, but you don't know yet. It's kind of like the waiting game. I like the suspense and build up, but I'm going to come back through pit lane, kind of like how you would in real life. I'm going to give these guys a burnout. Thank you, loyal fans, for being here and waiting and putting up with me. Yeah. I'm just going to park like, you know, how like everyone parks. Especially like the German car owners. You know how they always like to park. Take up 3 spots. It has been a long day to finally get this thing to work. I'm gonna do a couple donuts. Okay, I've had enough fun. Let's call it a day with this. So what I will do, I shall exit. What was my lap time? Did I get a new personal best? No. So my previous personal best was a 7-minute 33-second 0.1 second run, and my time 7 minutes 33.5. Oh, so close. That's still a pretty good lap. Consistent. Becoming more consistent with the new track and the new cars. Both the track and the car that I used was part of Assetto Corsa's first DLC, the Dream Pack. It's funny how everything works and you finally calm down. It's like, I'm suddenly happy. I don't hate life anymore. But there we are.